Hey, what's up everybody? In this video we're going to be reviewing this KitchenAid mixer. I'll put a link in the description below for this particular model and also the upgraded version if you are interested. This thing is without doubt one of the most powerful mixers you can buy on the market today. So here's a look at it. This one is several years old, and that's part of the review today to just kind of show you how well this is holding up over about 9 years of use. Here's a look at the attachments. It comes with a dough hook, a flat beater, and a wire whip. There are also other attachments you can buy. We have never purchased attachments because these things really do the trick. So here is the pouring shield that it comes with. It just slips on as shown, allowing you to easily pour ingredients in through the opening there. And it turns and rotates so you can access that opening from any angle pretty much, and we'll go ahead and remove that and let's get a closer look here. It's got obviously a locking feature, so the head tilt can go up or down, and you can lock that in place. There it is, head tilting up, and it's locked in place. And the head tilt up obviously allows you to detach the attachments, the dough hook, the bread or the flat beater, and whatever other attachment you have on there. Here's a look at the other side. It's got 10 speeds. By the way, this is a 5-quart bowl here, and that means you can essentially bake a lot of cookies or a lot of loaves of bread at once. 4 loaves of bread at one time, in fact, and something like 9 dozen cookies. So plenty of room. It's got 10 different speeds, like I said, low all the way to high, so all the power you could ever want. Now to remove the bowl, you just twist as shown here, and it locks very sturdily into place. This thing will not move. All right, let's get a closer look at the attachments, how you put them on and how you remove them. They've got a little opening that you just kind of push up and turn, and it's as simple as that. Here is the wire whip in action, just briefly. Obviously the head tilting again. It's spring loaded, by the way, so it just pops off incredibly easy. And here is the dough hook if you're interested in this. Obviously for mixing dough, which we'll do here in a minute, you get to see this thing in action. Now what I like about the dough hook and all the attachments is if it doesn't touch the metal, it comes really close, allowing no place for that dough, that sticky dough, to hide, right? And here it is on high speed. You can hardly track it with your eye when it's on high speed. It goes so fast. So again, plenty of power, 325 watts actually, huge motor inside of this thing. All right, here is the flat beater. Again, pretty easy to insert and attach, and here it is in action. All right, so going into low speed to high speed. Again, good luck tracking that with your naked eye. It is incredibly powerful and fast. All right, now this front piece, you might wonder what this little cap is for. If you have a food grinder or a pasta roller or cutter that you buy as a separate attachment, you can pop that in there and it snugs up tight. We do not have one of those. Again, we've never felt the need to, but it is nice to have that option should we want. All right, so you're going to get to see the beater, the mixer here in action. We're going to be using the dough hook and making some homemade bread. So let's get all those ingredients in and ready to go for you. And we'll also, just for effect, be slipping on the pouring shield here. All right, so things are in place. And here it is on low speed. Let's get a closer look. And try to pay attention to maybe the edges. Find a particular piece of dough and just track it with your eyes. You can see there's not much place for it to go. It does get drawn down into there pretty much no matter what. You'll get a little residue obviously still on the bowl, but not much. Like I said, it does a good job at making sure there's no place for that dough to go. It gets all mixed up really evenly, distributes really well. And check out the power. If you've ever hand mixed dough, you know how incredibly resistant it is to do that by hand. Very fatiguing, but this thing handles it pretty well. So there it was on kind of a low speed for you. All right, let's take that pouring shield off, and you can just kind of get a look at what kind of mess it makes. I really like the dough hook here. You can see it totally did the trick, and it is rubber coated, so it just that dough just kind of pops off there. And that's pretty much it. You can proceed making whatever you're making on your own. Here's our particular loaf that we made. 2 loaves here that turned out really well with this particular mixer. And obviously we had a great recipe to follow. And yeah, couldn't speak more highly of this mixer. It looks beautiful, totally practical, functional, holds up really well during the years. So again, I'll put a link in the description below should you be interested. Thank you so much. Hopefully this video has been helpful.